Hello and welcome to this session in which we will discuss the balance sheet from a grant perspective. The balance sheet is also known as the statement of financial position. In this session, we will not dive deep into the balance sheet. We would look at the major sections. What are the major sections? We would look at the assets. We would look at liabilities and stockholders' equity. We would look at the importance of the balance sheet, the uses of the balance sheet, and the limitation of the balance sheet. Eventually, what we have to do is we are going to break each section of the balance sheet. We're going to discuss assets separately from liabilities and separately from equities. And eventually, throughout the course, we are going to have a chapter about practically each account. For example, we will have a chapter about cash, and to be more specific, we're going to cover cash and receivable. We will have a whole chapter, actually 2 chapters about inventory, 1 chapter about 2 chapters about property, plant, and equipment, so on and so forth. So eventually we will go ahead and dive into each account of the balance sheet much more in depth. So this lecture, just to give you an overview of the balance sheet, looking at the balance sheet in various sections, in grant section. For example, we would look at assets first, move to liabilities and equity. What I want to tell you is some of the concepts we learn here, or some of the terms, they are already covered. So for example, what is an asset? It's already covered in the elements. I would review it briefly, but here what I'm doing, I'm showing you the term plus how it's presented on the actual financial statement. Without any further delays, let's go ahead and get started. Before we proceed any further, I have a public announcement about my company, FarhatLectures.com.
Farhat Accounting Lectures is a supplemental educational tool that's going to help you with your CPA exam preparation as well as your accounting courses. My CPA material is aligned with your CPA review course such as Becker, Roger, Wiley, Gleam, Miles. My accounting courses are aligned with your accounting courses broken down by chapter and topics. My resources consist of lectures, multiple choice questions, true-false questions, as well as exercises. Go ahead, start your free trial today.
Starting with assets. First of all, assets is this side, well, you can say the left side of the balance sheet for our purposes. Assets are everything the company owns that has value or control. You don't have to own it, you can own it or control it. And these resources can help the company make money, make profit in the future. An asset falls into 2 groups. So this assets here is what the company owns or control. For example, they have cash, they have debt investments, they have notes receivable, they have income taxes receivable, they have inventory, they have prepaid, they have land, they have building. And all these things, which we call assets, they help the company, the resources, to help you provide future benefit. Now, generally speaking, we will break them into 2 main categories. In some textbook, they could break them. We said we could break them into 4. You're going to see why in a moment. We're going to break them into current assets, which are assets expected to be turned into cash or get used up or consumed within 1 year. So what are those assets? For example, cash is always a current asset because cash is actual cash. We're going to have a category cash equivalent, something that's close to cash, but it's not cash. It can be easily converted to cash like US Treasury. We will have accounts receivable as part of this current assets because the customers will eventually pay. So the account receivable will become eventually cash. Inventory, goods ready to sell, which eventually turn into cash within 1 year. Prepaid expenses, they get consumed, means goes away, consumed or converted within 1 year. So those are some examples of current assets. Now we have also a category called non-current asset. So from a grant perspective, we have 2 categories, current and non-current. And non-current, the second category. Under non-currents are any assets that will be with us for longer than 1 year. What are they? One major category that we will discuss later is property, plant, and equipment, like land, building, machinery, computers, furniture, chairs, desks, smartboard. Those are assets that the company will hold and use for more than 1 year. They will not be converted to cash. We will not sell them. They will not be consumed. They will not be gone within 1 year. We will have them. Long-term investments. What are long-term investments? Investments that we make, like we might buy stocks, we might buy bonds, and we're going to have a whole chapter about that. And those are called investments. In those investments, there is no plan to sell them, to liquidate them in the next year or so. We could have intangible asset. Now, in some textbook, you could consider as intangible asset as the third category and property, plant, equipment as the second category. So I have current asset 1, property, plant, and equipment 2, intangible asset 3. You can have that if you would like to. But for our purposes, to keep it simple for now, we're going to say we have current assets and non-current assets. But bear in mind, we could have subcategories of non-current assets. So non-current or long-term, we could have subcategories such as property, plant, and equipment. We could have long-term investment as a category. We could have intangibles, and we could have whatever doesn't fit anywhere else as other. So we could have other assets, anything that fits somewhere else. So notice under non-current, we could have 1, 2, 3, 4. Or we could just say we have current and non-current, but you could also further break them down. I just want you to be aware of this in case your textbook or your CPA review course show it to you differently. Now, some companies would have, other assets, something that doesn't fit into any of these categories. Other assets. It's as simple as that. So the assets are balance sheet accounts, and they go on the balance sheet. We have them as current and non-current, and under non-current, we could subcategorize them. Then we have liabilities. Liabilities are debt, what the company owes to others. Think of these as debts or obligation arising from borrowing or previous transaction, like you borrowed money from the bank, you purchased some service or some inventory and you did not pay for them. Just like assets, liabilities are split into current and non-current. So liabilities will have also two categories, and usually the long-term are not subcategorized like assets. We have current liabilities is any liability that is due that you have to pay within 1 year, like accounts payable, notes payable to the bank that you have to pay within 1 year, payroll taxes, income taxes payable, anything that you have to pay within 1 year. Accrued liabilities like accrued wages you owe to your employees. Short-term loans, you have a bank loan and you have to pay it within 1 year. So any liability that you have to pay within 1 year is short-term. And under accrual, you could have many accrued liabilities, accrued wages, accrued rent, accrued taxes, any expense that you have to pay and you have to pay in the near term, it's a current liability. And we have another category called long-term liabilities, due after 1 year. So notice here, for example, we have notes payable. And here we have notes payable. What's the difference between those two notes payable? This one is due less than 1 year. You have to pay it off within 1 year. This notes payable is due long-term, more than 1 year. So you'll have this asset for more than 1 year, like long-term loans. Another category of long-term debt is bonds payable. We'll talk about bonds payable later. It's a form of borrowing for long-term. Don't worry about discount on bonds. We'll look at that later. Leases, when you have a long-term lease. You could have rent payable that's long-term. You could have deferred tax liabilities. We'll talk about those later. So any liability that's due longer than a year, it's called long-term debt. So liabilities show up as claims against the assets. They come first in line before any profit goes to owners. So in case the company goes out of business, you have to pay the liabilities before you pay the owners. So the liabilities are obligations. Obligations mean you have to pay. You have to pay the liability. You don't have a choice. You have to pay the liability. Now let's talk about the third category, which is And now it's time to look at a multiple choice question from Farhat lectures. Which of the following best define liquidity? How much a company uses financial leverage? Well, how much the company uses financial leverage means what? How much they use debt. No, that's not liquidity. How long it takes to refinance short-term debt? How long it takes to finance short-term debt is just the amount of time it takes you to finance short-term debt. That's not liquidity. How much cash the company has at a given time? Well, that's how much cash you have. How easily an asset can be converted to cash without affecting its price? It's liquidity. Liquidity is how fast, if you have an asset, how fast you can turn it into cash. What's the most liquid asset? You guessed it. You cannot turn cash faster into cash. It's already liquid. It's the most liquid. So everything is measured against how can you convert, how fast, how quickly can you convert inventory? Can you convert account receivable? Can you convert an investment that we have toward cash? The more liquid it is, the better off we are, because we want our assets to be liquid. Liquid means you can convert it to cash quickly without affecting the price, to pay your employees, to pay your expenditure, to take advantages of opportunities. What should you do now? You want to go to Farhat Lectures, look at additional resources, multiple choice, true, false exercises, whether you are an accounting student, CPA exam candidate, CMA, or any other professional certification. The best investment you can make is invest in yourself. Good luck and stay safe.